Hey, Coach. Uh, just your thoughts on the game first.
Tough one. I think a tough one to take. I think what you saw tonight was a team that looked a bit. I thought we started off really bright and really aggressive, certainly in the first 15 minutes, and then we stopped doing that and allowed them to get into the game a little bit. But we had the best chances of the game, and that's where we're at right now. Right, we're not taking advantage of the chances that we're creating. So everybody's a bit edgy, obviously. Haven't scored a goal in a few games. And I think then of course it puts a bit of pressure on your back line that they have to be perfect. Can't have any little mistakes. So they're playing on eggshells for a little bit. So I think really unfortunate with the goal. That's the way it's rolling right now. So I think disappointing. I think probably feels a bit like an unfair result at the moment. But when we look back at it, we'll see what it looks like. But tough one, really tough one.
The Chicago player who scored a minute after coming in, scored on her first touch of the game. Just your thoughts on her scoring after the game, hard-fought game, like you said.
Yeah, well, I think it came off a shot, right? And then it hit one of their players on the way through, and it rebounded to her, and she slid in. So, unfortunately, we've got to do a better job on the throwing, for sure. So it starts from a throw, which is incredible. And then, we've got to do a better job closing the shot down from that distance. And then a ricochet, and, good things happen when you shoot, right? Something happens, something pops out, and, they were the benefactors of that.
Just a few minutes before that, you guys had, a trio of chances, including one off a corner. Minutes later, they score the winning goal. Just your chances on the consequences of,
Yeah, I mean, that's it, right? People are a bit edgy. Obviously, confidence is not where it could be, especially in the front line, because the opportunities are not going in right now. So, we're rushing things, and I think that we've got a little break coming up here now, so it's probably a great opportunity for everybody to have a little bit of a reset and catch their breath and, draw a line under this part of the season and come back and finish off the next, 7 games on the front foot.
That was my next question. The league pauses until August 18.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
What can you guys do to take advantage of this time?
Well, it's going to be a bit of a reset, isn't it? Obviously, I think defensively we're pretty solid, and I think our form shows that defensively in terms of clean sheets and being unbeaten for 5 games. But it's I'm looking at it, and the staff are looking at it as a 3-week period before we play again on the 19th as a team development period. 3 weeks of just narrowing down and focusing on us and not worrying about the opponent.
You were saying how the North Carolina game was the biggest failure of the season so far. How do you feel you guys responded?
Well, I thought we started right. I mean, we're in the results business, right? And goals change games, and I think when that goal went in, we were deflated. And obviously that happens, right? When you're not scoring goals as a team, and you can see the goal like that, especially, and you know, right, it's going to be tough to get back into the game now. And again, even still, we had chances after that, but not going in. And I've got to do my very best to make sure that I, provide more support for all the players in the field, and hopefully the team will push on in these next 3 weeks.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks very much.
Thanks, Al. Theo, go for it.
Hey, Sam, can you hear me all right?
Yes.
Yeah, there's a massive speaker to my right now, so I can hear you.
Okay, I won't talk too loudly. On chances created, 0.5 XG-ish tonight, which is the second lowest of the season. Like you said, probably especially after the goal went in, not a lot of chances. It felt like maybe the best of them had gone earlier on in the game.
Yeah.
What do you think was behind that? Maybe the lack of chance creation, because you spoke in the week and it was more about execution, and tonight I think overall the chance creation was down.
Yeah, I think we started well. We were aggressive on the front foot and we looked dangerous. And I thought, right, here we go. This is going to be it, right? And if we keep up this tempo and this pace, we'll get something here. And then we sort of stopped about 15, 16 minutes in. We stopped playing forward, stopped getting in behind them. lacked a bit of aggression and didn't push on to the next level. And they got into the game a little bit. And again, right. I think what you're looking at is a team that's probably on eggshells at the moment because obviously the goals have not been going in for us. So then everything else needs to be perfect. I thought it was an edgy performance after about the 15th minute. Before then, I thought it was a bit free spirited, and I thought we looked dangerous, we looked dynamic, and then we stopped. And you didn't stop because of anything they did. I think we stopped on our own accord because it was okay. Well, we haven't scored yet, so that's it's obviously not working. Let's try and do something else. But the game plan was pretty clear about how we thought we were going to break them down, and from about 20th minute onward, we reverted a little bit away from that, which didn't help.
Looking at the formation being a little bit different tonight, the 4-2-3-1, and we saw a bit of 4-4-2 at the end with Sab and Diana maybe being more central together for the first time. Do you think it was the systems not working, or do you think it's more of that mental drop off you're talking about?
Well, obviously we're really low on midfield. So Nat Jacobs played in midfield tonight with Marissa and then Sanchez, and we thought that Ryan could offer an attacking threat on that left-hand side. The idea was to get pace either side of D and, get Sanchez a little bit more free and a little bit more central. And I thought, again, first 15, 16 minutes or so, I thought we were good value for that. But then we stopped. We'll certainly have to look at that. But we're a bit low on the midfield front at the moment. So and at the same time, we also wanted to paint a different picture and see if we could get a little bit more pace in the front line, and free up Sanchez a little bit, because obviously last few games she's been double and triple teamed by the opponent. So trying to give her a little bit more of a freer role and get her in the pockets a little bit more and look to play into Ryan, into Ebbs was part of the game plan. And we did that early on, and then we stopped.
Last one for me, just on the sub for Barb in the 79th minute, 10 minutes after the goal. You mentioned that reaction to going behind. Did you think about making a move earlier, and why that sub? Yeah,
well, just again, right. I think Barb's got a little bit about her, right. She's got a bit of creativity. She's young, fearless, so felt that that would be a good game for her to go in and maybe do something special. Just looking to paint a different picture. And we changed formation into a 3-5-2 just before that, and just before the goal, and then they scored, obviously, and it was a little bit discombobulated for 10 minutes, and then we got hold of the game again.
Cheers, Sam. Thanks so much for your time.
Thanks, Theo.
Thanks, Theo. Thanks, Al. Thank you, Sam. We'll be joined with Katie Lind here in a bit.
Thank you very much. Enjoy your break, guys.